She said she seen the reports and it said that he was beaten and bruised. Both his arms was broken and he had a broken leg. I'm gonna let y'all do the math.
It is disgusting. Not just the lynching of his cousin Trey Reed, but like the comments and just the stupid thing. And a lot of people just try to get a rise out of people. That's the unfortunate truth. Like some people, yes, it is still obviously, but some people, they want to see you react. They want to see you upset. They want to see you hurt. And it's weird. It's really weird. It's just as evil as what we talked about in the last video, right? Hello, welcome back to another episode here on The Bridge Reacts, and I'm your host here on the channel, Marcus. Welcome to Here on The Bridge, where we're talking about good things, great things, and of course, unfortunately, another episode of not amazing things. We're talking about unfortunate murders again, and I thought it would be, fair, and this is more of a black-centered channel, so why not talk about the egregious, wrongful doings of certain individuals to our people still in 2025, where there are symptoms, of course, obviously, of the same problem our forefathers went through, our foremothers went through. People who have built the same country we're standing on currently, and we still see very similar issues in today's day and age, which is really unfortunate. It's disgusting. And again, like we talked about in the last video, hate, evil, and that's what this is. It's not a black and white issue. It's not. I know a lot of people, are very caught up in the whole race thing, classism, sexism, but it's really good versus evil. That's the whole premise of this. It's a right and a wrong. Last video was wrong. This video, what happened to this young man, Trey Reed, is horrible, disgusting, and is obviously wrong, hateful. The video title for today is called Trey Reed's Cousin Fact Checks Mississippi Police. They Can't Hide It. And this is from the Watchlist TYT YouTube channel. Please check out the original content creator. Please keep the comment section respectful. This is someone's child, brother, cousin, right? So I'm gonna leave my final thoughts at the very end of the video. Let's get it.
This story could have gone just by the wayside, like many others that are very similar to it. Let's go ahead and get started, you guys. Maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. It was a tragedy happening down at Delta State University down in Mississippi.
The name Trayvon Reed needs to ring all over the United States right now. 1, that is my cousin. 2, this is the second incident that has occurred within the last 5 years at this camp. Delta State University has had a run-in with me and their policemen. They tried to lock me up for no reason, and it didn't succeed in their favor. Just today, it was reported that my cousin was found hanging from a tree, and they trying to rule it as a suicide. Now, I just got off the phone with one of my cousins. She said she seen the reports and it said that he was beaten and bruised. Both his arms was broken and he had a broken leg. I'm gonna let y'all do the math.
There you saw the cousin of Trey Reed, who was found apparently what seems to be violently hung from a tree down in Mississippi.
Yeah, and this is like, I'm not gonna stop the video too much here. It's not much to really say, but we're going to talk about, again, the injustice of what does happen, what people will go the wildest, ridiculous lengths just to be evil. And it's demonic. It's evil. It's horrible. I'm sorry to hear that. My condolences to the family and to Trey's cousin.
On the campus of Delta State University, where he went to school, there his cousin was talking about how he spoke to his other cousin who also had seen or heard about violent bruising and potentially broken bones on him. I'm gonna let his cousin continue to speak about what it is that he knows.
Now, this school has history for being racist. Even going all the way back to the 1980 situation that happened with the sit-in. I'm trying to be composed in this video, and I'm trying to keep it all together. But it's a lot of shit that happens on that campus that don't nobody do shit about. It was incidents before my incidents, my big incident happened and that I reported that nobody did nothing about. Somebody tried to report me for a hate crime, and they was the one being homophobic and being racist. And they was trying to lock me up until I had multiple people come out and speak against him. There was an incident that I reported that it was a group of white students in a white truck while I was a freshman. They yelled at me and my friends and called us a bunch of monkeys. Please do a deep dive.
In 2025, damn. And sure, for anyone who isn't really invested into what a community goes through that you don't necessarily know, you don't have the same experience, right? And I don't have the same experience. I mean, I have the same experience as you, but in the reality, the fact of the matter, things like this unfortunately still happens, and it is disgusting. Not just the lynching of his cousin Trey Reed, but like the comments and just the stupid thing. And a lot of people just try to get a rise out of people. That's the unfortunate truth. Like some people, yes, it is still obviously, but some people, they want to see you react. They want to see you upset. They want to see you hurt. And it's weird. It's really weird. It's just as evil as what we talked about in the last video, right?
Please, 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 please do your research on this. Do not let them sweep nothing else under the rug.
Facts.
Enough is enough.
Right.
He's talking the way someone who's experienced previous instances.
You can see the pain in his eyes.
Conflicts, confrontations, and racism on that campus or in the nearby areas being swept under the rug. It's almost like he's not just making it up out of nowhere. But this is the thing. Our approach to these types of stories always just goes by the wayside. Whatever, something else just happened. Actually, not even that much. Like I said, when I first saw this from a couple of folks that were just telling me about it, there was no full news coverage on it. There wasn't even local news coverage on it.
I wanted to read more about it, but I kind of wanted to save, my first initial reaction for the video. So here I am, right? I don't know much about it, so I'm learning.
That I could see. I feel like it's something that is a good indicator of what we choose to pay attention to, who we think is important versus who we don't think is important. So finally, NBC News did have something that they did talk about.
Authorities say the body of 21-year-old Travion Trey Reed was found hanged from a tree by a faculty member near the pickleball courts.
What the
Word spread quickly throughout the Cleveland campus, leaving students and others concerned and worried.
Well, because I am a black student, hearing that happened to another black student, it really made me feel, it makes me feel unsafe.
Local and state investigators immediately started looking into the incident. DSU Police Chief Michael Peeler says investigators found no evidence of foul play.
But pending an investigation.
So they found no evidence of foul play. I mean, I'm gonna let the video play.
Further investigation, and also from the medical examiner's office, we won't have more information until that part has been done.
People are looking.
Did it kind of look like he was like about to laugh or something? Let's go back.
Says investigators found no evidence of foul play.
But pending an investigation, further investigation, and also from the medical examiner's office, we won't have more information until that part has been done.
Like he's like smiling or he's trying to hold in laughter. That was kind of odd. Am I the only one that picked up on that? That was kind of weird. I don't know.
Looking for urgency and a sense of importance being placed on the life of someone that potentially was murdered. And then, of course, in the manner in which they found his body, being very particular to the way we've seen our country's history regularly do these things. These are the types of things that I think
broken and beaten and hung and still an issue in the American culture. Maybe not as prominent. Well, I can't even say maybe. It isn't as prominent. They don't have white people having picnics and the newspapers smiling with their children while black people are hanging from trees like it's a festival or an event, because that used to happen, but it doesn't happen like that now. But this is still obviously alarming and horrible and evil.
Need to be highlighted to point out, since they want to keep telling about it, how far we've come, that there's still a lot of these issues happening in our country, even if it doesn't result in these types of conclusions. As again, Trey's cousin was talking about, he's had his issues with folks around there, but because he's not dead, we shouldn't care about it. But look at the way that they handled this investigation. Let me tell you guys the details of how this went down and reasons why maybe people don't trust many stories that get told to them. Vanessa Jones of the Jones law firm, who's representing that Reed family, told the media that the family's still waiting for some answers. Doesn't make much sense, does it? The family does not know exactly what happened on September 15th, she said. We're seeking answers from Delta State University. We're seeking answers from the coroner's office. So imagine, you find your family member there in that state, and this is the response you get from authorities. The investigation is conducted by the Cleveland Police Department. Sure, as of this time, he said, there's no evidence of foul play. While there's no evidence of foul play, the body has been retrieved by the Bolivar County Coroner's Office. And according to the Mississippi Free Press, Bolivar County Deputy Coroner Murray Rourke, who assisted that medical examination of his body, said that there was no evidence of broken arms or legs, despite what it is that his family member had said to his other family member.
That says that, someone's lying. Someone's absolutely lying. I don't know. To be fair, we're trying to think with logic, even in times where they're very emotional, right? Why would the family lie? Maybe playing devil's advocate. I don't want to do that for this video, but I'm just saying, right? We don't know if you weren't there, I wasn't there, but what is the chance of him actually wanting to harm himself and then do it publicly like that at the school, right in front of the faculty building or something like that, the pickleball court? And then I guess maybe the parents or family members did more to the bodies to show that he didn't kill himself. It was actually a lynching. It was actually a racist act. I truly don't believe that he did it to himself, but again, I can't prove it. At the end of the day, I doubt that he did it to himself. I'm saying that out loud. I doubt that he did that to himself.
Last quote here. I don't think I should probably discuss this any further than that. My opinion is that it was self-done, and I have reasons for that, is what he said, despite the death still being in this active investigation. So he wants to come forward and make sure people don't jump to conclusions because of what he's seen already. But he said it's his opinion. I'm not sure if that's the medical opinion. I'm not sure if that's conclusions of the autopsy. We'll see. But
is there not information about the autopsy? Can we not see? Not see the pictures, but actually, I don't know what I'm trying to ask for. But especially because it's controversial and it's creating a far division between the cultures, the races. It's really hot out here. The heat is up when it comes to just the tension.
Here's probably one of the worst aspects of this with his family. Vanessa Jones of that law firm criticized Delta State University and Bolivar County officials, who we just talked about, telling the Mississippi Free Press that both had left the Reed family completely in the dark after the discovery of Trey Reed's body, failing to properly communicate with them in their darkest moment.
Oh.
The lawyer said that the media knew about Trey's death before the family did.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Why is that?
Yeah.
It's
that's interesting.
It gives energy to this thought that they don't care.
Right.
That it's going to go out to the media first, while they maybe, don't fully investigate, don't fully take care of the crime scene, the potential crime scene. So
talk to the family and let them know that their loved one is murdered.
They can really give answers to this man's family. You have to be concerned about people's lives. You have to care about the folks that are around them. You have to say things like, not that Reed had this, but we've been saying this recently. He's leaving behind a wife and 2 young children. He had a mother. He had a father. He had sisters. He had cousins. They're going to be in mourning for a very long time over this kind of, and we just want to bring them justice and a resolution to their grief and their pain. Doesn't that sound familiar to the things that we've been saying recently? But we don't always say that. In fact, sometimes authorities go to...
I'm keeping the same energy. Just made the video, like I said, last video about the Charlie Kirk situation. Keeping the same energy. Evil is evil. Evil acts are evil acts. Disgusting, evil behavior, demonic type of shit like this. It's still wrong on both sides. I'm about to get to my final thoughts. We're just going to wrap up the video in a second.
The media before they even go to that family that apparently don't care about or thinks that they don't need to know much. And a confusing incident occurred the morning of Trey's death. The Grenada County Sheriff's Department arrived at Trey's family's home and informed the family that Trey was found dead in his dorm room in his bed.
What?
So it's obvious that now that they're reporting he was hung from a tree in the middle of campus somewhere. But the Sheriff's Department, at first, when they first decided to talk to his family, said that he was in his bedroom in his dorm, and that's where he passed away. So if you've seen, this has been the theme, I feel like we should keep going with this thought process. Just remember this. If you've seen someone blatantly lie to you about this particular situation,
Yeah.
why would you believe anything else they've said to you?
You can't at that
They're
point.
going to have to redeem themselves. If the authorities lied to you blatantly about how your kid, your brother, your cousin was found,
Son.
wouldn't you go, I don't trust you anymore? Why did you lie to me?
Right.
Why isn't that the automatic thought process for?
And that's not a small lie. I want to keep this video short as possible. I'm gonna end it here. I don't know if there's more information that I probably should leave in the video. I'm sorry if I did miss anything else, because it sounds like this is getting, deeper and deeper. The rabbit hole goes further. But let's get to my final thoughts. We'll end the video. My final thoughts. Right. When it comes to evil, right and wrong, like we talk about on the channel multiple times, multiple videos, not just the last video. Wrong is wrong. Evil acts are evil acts. If you are trying to make a statement, whether it is political or not, if it's just blatant racism, you're evil. You're a terrible person. You really are. If you try to murder someone because you don't agree with the way they think, still evil. We are all people. Can we accept that? Like I strongly encourage you as the viewer. Hopefully the bridge builder, if you have subscribed to the channel, if I earned your subscription to the channel, I really want you to think about what's really important and what really matters. And I think life does matter at the end of the day. I think we as people, brothers and sisters, I don't know what your background, you don't know mine. Unless you watch every episode of this, you might know more about me. We are all here together. We are all descendants of the Most High. We are all children of the Most High. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all in this together. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter your race, class, your sex, your ideals, ideologies. It doesn't matter, man. People who I may disagree with and I do not like their process of thinking and what they represent or what they stand for, doesn't mean I have to hate them. We can just agree to disagree. We can still be cool. We can still be, we might even be friends. I actually am friends with people that I disagree with often. And I think it's healthy to be able to have conversations with people. I think it's healthy to be friends with people who are completely different than your original friend group that you grew up with. Like if you have, I don't know, gay friends, trans friends, white friends, Asian friends, whatever. Friends who are atheists, if you're a Christian. If it expands your horizon in a sense. It gives you more perspective in life, just like traveling, going to other places in the world. It gives you more perspective. I'm rambling right now. This is an evil act, point blank period. And again, my condolences to Trey Reed's family. I also want to strongly encourage you as the viewer, potentially bridge builder as well, subscriber. We do not support here on the channel, and you can leave now if you don't like what I'm about to say. We don't support give backs. We don't support tit for tat, two wrongs. It doesn't make a right. We don't support, because they did it to us, so we do it to them. We don't. So that's evil. That's not we don't avenge in that way. We keep it moving. Success is the best revenge. Just be you, do what you got to do. Don't retaliate. Don't try to say, oh, because this happened to this person, we should laugh and cheer that whatever happened to somebody else, vice versa. If you're on the other side of the aisle and you're upset about what happened to the person in the last video, but then you're cheering that this happened, or you're laughing at that a black kid's found hanging from a tree, allegedly broken bones and bruises all over his body, and it was done by somebody else and it wasn't suicide. So I think it's disgusting for anyone to want to use any of this as talking points for their political ideals and stuff like that. Just let it go. And that's basically the video. It's a sad video. Once again, I am going to change the vibe of the channel after this. I just wanted to talk about it. It had to be talked about. That's the reality of the fact of the matter. I don't like to talk too much about the race stuff because I'm thinking past race, bro. I'm on a different wavelength. I'm on a different frequency. I'm not here to talk about race 24/7. I want to talk about great things, good things, great things, and positive things as well. And about family, about togetherness, bridging the gap, being better for ourselves, our family, and our community. I want to talk about that, but we have to talk about stuff like this from time to time. But those are my thoughts. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Another rough video, like I said. And again, let's just leave it respectful in the comment section. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for checking out another video. And you guys have a nice one. Please be safe out there. See ya.